One. Hey everybody! Welcome to Arcadia RPG, where me and my beautiful players, we get together and play some Dungeons & Dragons. My name is Shane, and I'm joined by Meredith and Brittany. Welcome to another week's episode.
Hopefully I scared you all.
Still working, trying to work on work on an intro thing. I had something really good while I was at work one day, and I didn't write it down, and I've yet to remember it.
I just saw you out of the corner of my eye blinking your eyes so often, like batting your eyelashes, and I'm just seeing like...
Careful, Linux.
No, I'm just like this.
Oh, that's worse.
The unyielding watcher. Yeah, but anyway, thank you guys for joining us again for another week's episode of Arcadia RPG, where we play in our Field and Forest campaign. And for those of you who don't know, I have started, finally, uploading our videos to YouTube. I have gotten up to episode 6, I believe, up on YouTube and live and ready to watch. So if you guys are interested in getting caught up on the campaign, or if you haven't watched a lot of it, feel free to check out our YouTube. Just search Arcadia RPG, should pop right up. There's a playlist on there. It's got the whole campaign up to levels up to 6, and I'm consistently uploading new episodes every day.
You are? Oh, good.
Yes, pretty much.
I haven't noticed.
Thank you. Well, once you get to episode 10, the next episode after that is actually a recap to celebrate our 10th episode. So once we get that up, you guys will be able to check that out, and that's a little bit of a quicker way to kind of get caught up, as we sat around and talked about the campaign, joked around a little bit, and it was a good time. So we'd love to have you guys check that out as well. With that, I don't think we have any more announcements that I can think of. Nope. Alright. Well, with that, let's jump in. So, where we last left off, our adventurers were on the road heading towards Moontop City after defending Evershire from the Fey army. They had made it about most of the way through their journey, about halfway through, when they were ambushed by a farmer running out of the woods. Although, even though the farmer was less than violent, he was chased by 2 wild boar that were violent. And they jumped out and attacked you guys. So we started off the last campaign with an encounter as you guys fought the boar, eventually killing them, and making your way towards the farmer's house, where he took you in for the night, and you guys had some delicious turnip dinner.
And in the morning, bacon.
And in the morning, you had bacon.
And
Don't come after us, PETA.
PETA?
Is it, or is it PETA? PETA.
Not PETA?
I don't know.
Die mad about it, PETA.
Anyway, so you guys hung out there for the evening, for the next morning, and you guys headed out. They had informed you that the town had pulled together a group of funds for anybody who was willing to go try to take care of the boar problem. You guys said you would pass on the information to anyone who was interested, and continued on your journey.
Where we immediately met a very large army, who may in fact be interested.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's fair.
We helped. We didn't necessarily go out and try to find more boar to kill, but we helped.
You guys ran into an army of Oak Guard that were leaving...
It's a dog.
No, I hit the thing by accident. I didn't realize that foot was that close to my foot.
Thus, we helped.
Yeah. You guys ran into an army heading from Evershire of the Oak Guard to reinforce the city after the Fey attack. You informed them that the city was doing really well, that everything went good, and you also informed them about the boar problem happening in the local town. Upon doing that, you guys allowed the army to pass, and then you made your way towards Moontop. The next few days went without issue, if I remember correctly. Let me check my notes to make sure I'm not forgetting something.
Was it this time, or was it last time that we also, had that encounter with the will-o-wisps?
It was the time
That was
before
the time
last.
before.
Okay, so I just remember that really sucked.
Yeah, it was the time before.
Instead of
that's
warning
right.
us, you just threw yourself on the flames.
The same night you ran into the army, you also ran into a couple of Yeth Hounds who attacked you out of nowhere.
That was the Yeth Hounds, not will-o-wisps.
I knew I was forgetting something.
Rage!
That's what I remembered. I couldn't remember what they were.
I remember there was something. I was like, man, I'm forgetting something. I know I am.
I'm like, it was a fight where, yeah, I started fighting and then we thought they were gone and they weren't.
this son of a bitch neglected to tell us that daylight only temporarily yeets them into another dimension.
I didn't neglect to tell you anything. You never do, so it's not very nice.
You're not very nice.
No, that's fair. So you guys daylighted the Yeth-hounds. They yeeted out of existence, and then
yeeted back into existence.
When the spell dropped, they came back, and you guys had to kill them. So, because you can only cast daylight once a day. So you eventually took out the Yeth-hounds after trying to supplement the fight. You guys continued on your journey and cursed my dice ruthlessly, if I remember correctly.
This is true. That's what that was. That's why that happened. Yep.
Came over and
preemptive strike.
Touched all my dice with your dirty little goblin fingers.
That's right.
Anyway, you guys continued the rest of the journey with no issue, and eventually made it to Moontop on your 10th day of travel. Upon reaching Moontop, you around there probably early in the evening. Or it was actually I think mid-afternoon when you crested over the hill and finally got to see part of the city. You saw, some people coming forth. You saw some carts heading in the direction. You also saw a giant tree in the center of a kind of a cluster of what we would consider giant trees, but one was bigger than the rest of them. With platforms, massive platforms, just full of buildings and towers and things just making their way up the tree. You also noticed a bunch of moving platforms that were kind of moving up and down and moving around the city as you guys looked out over the city for some of you the first time and some of you not. With that, you guys are at the top of the hill, being able to see the city for the first time. You know it'll probably, from this distance, you judge it'll take you approximately 3 to 4 hours to get there.
Oh, I remember. Me with my spyglass.
Yes, you get to use your spyglass for the first time.
Perfect. All that I've ever watched in my life.
All the Pip has ever dreamed about. That and the snail house.
A flail snail house. Yes.
So with that, it is midday. You see the city before you. What would you guys like to do?
Go to the city.
Okay. So you guys continue on to the city. The pathway is pretty well blocked at this point. You can tell that the roads are well maintained. You start to see some oak guard who are patrolling that nod at you as they pass. You continue along until you eventually get to the city gates, where you can see there's a throng of people, kind of like it's actually not a throng of people. It's relatively quiet, believe it or not, for such a big city in the gates. As you guys head towards the gate,
they're night people. Oh my gosh!
Good job, you got it.
It's getting like early evening, but
no, they come alive during the night. Pit's gonna die because someone's gonna be like, just gonna be like, shut up! Try to sleep. I'm a kid. Leave me alone.
You guys made it to the gates, and one of the guards, a foxing, approaches. He walks up and he says, "Halt! State your business."
Hello. We are making a delivery for a member of your city, whose name is Darius.
Darius? You to see Darius?
Yes.
Oh, unfortunately, I believe I have some bad news for you.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Oh dear.
Fortunately, he's found his way into, what shall I say, a precarious situation.
Like what sort of situation?
He was, oh man, what's the word I'm looking for? Implemented? No. Not incriminated.
Describe. Implicated.
Implicated for the murder of the council head, the city council head.
Did he do it?
Well, he is my captain. I'd like to think the better of him, but that being said, him and the city council head never really got along all that well. So, hard to say. I'd like to think better of my captain, though. He's a good man, if not one up for a scrape now and again.
Well,
if you're interested in finding him, I might recommend you go and speak to Bowdeck.
Hello. The name. I'm not good with names.
Bowdeck?
Boudak. Bowdick.
She's the one who takes care of names. I'm the one who takes care of
Inventory.
inventory. That's right.
This is true.
Inventory.
Hey. Stop
And master
eating your toy.
plans. Inventory and master plans.
So yes, go speak to Bowdak. You'll find him at the armory, located in the one of the lower platforms.
Okay.
You go speak to him. He might be able to give you some more information if you're trying to get a hold of him. Hopefully they don't implicate him. I'd like to say he wasn't the one at fault.
Thank you for your assistance.
No, welcome to Moontop. Just know they're folk get a little rowdy in the evening, so if you're like me and enjoy the daytime, get yourself a hotel with a good soundproof. Or a
Before
tavern
we
with a
part-
good soundproofing.
Before we part,
Yes.
could you give us directions to the armory?
Yeah, so if you see here, we got the gates around the city. If you go straight ahead and get on one of the platforms, you want to go to the first level of the city. You have the lower level, which is generally considered like the slums. You have the mid-level, first tier, which is kind of like where you commoners live, and that's where they station a lot of the soldiers. You have the second tier, which is where the merchants are primarily operate out of. And then you have third tier, which is the primary disk of the city, which is where a lot of the higher-ups live. And then finally the fourth tier, which they don't allow a lot of people, is where the main council headquarters are. You'll find a number of magical platforms operating in the city that allow you to traverse them quite easily. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, thank you.
Perfect. Oh, well, welcome to Moontop. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Kind of waves, and you guys can move past him and head in. So you walk in, you see kind of like an open space, but you can see the buildings start opening, start creeping in as soon as you walk into the city, and the streets start getting a little bit more. You can see the streets kind of spiraling out before you. So it's a little bit of a bowl that kind of goes into the tree. So you guys are looking around. You can see the buildings, while they're relatively nice towards the city gates, they kind of like deteriorate as you go closer and closer to the base of the tree. That you tell that's probably where it gets like the least amount of like sun because of just the sheer size of the canopy, and then the platforms above it, which kind of consummates into the slums.
So more mushrooms instead of pretty flowers.
More or less.
Are there any mushrooms growing around?
Make a perception check.
Do not eat the mushrooms.
Hey, watching you.
14.
14. You do not see any mushrooms around you currently.
Small blessings.
It's just an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I was just hoping that there was mushrooms around. So I could be like, ha! Dark, dreary, damp, poor places there are mushrooms.
Fair. Alright, so what do you guys like to do? You can kind of see some merchants harking their wares, and some people kind of milling about, but there generally doesn't seem to be a lot of traffic at the moment.
Oh, what do you want to do, Faye?
What time is it?
It's getting closer to the evening. You can see like people are starting to get up and start moving around a little bit. Like some of the day folk are kind of out and about already, but there's like the night folk are starting to come out.
All the owls. Because the town is made up mostly of squirrels and owls.
You'll find out.
I know! I just know these things.
We should make some attempt to see Darius before we go to bed.
Yes. And then we need to find a place that's kind of soundproof. Or find earplugs.
Yes.
Right, so you guys, where would you guys like to head first?
Probably try
First
to
tier
find
to the
it.
armory.
Yep.
Alright. So, make an investigation check with advantage, please. Kind of like the helm of the sword.
She should.
Sorry.
14. That was with advantage.
14. Takes a little bit, but you happen upon the barracks. The first here, although there is regular people that live there, you can kind of determine that they're mostly like the same families of the soldiers. This tier is regimented mainly to the warrior type, keeping them close, not only to be able to defend the upper tiers of the tower, or of the tree, but also to be able to deploy quickly to the ground if necessary. You make your way towards, once you make it towards the center of towards the edge of the lower tier, you find a large stone building. You can see kind of underneath like platforms and the pillars coming up from the ground to help support the weight of this massive like stone fortress. Almost it's set up on the first tier. As you guys head towards the gates, you see a couple guards standing there, kind of keeping watch.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. What can we do for you?
We are here to visit a prisoner, if we may.
Prisoner? Why would you want to visit a prisoner?
We have business with Darius and have been told he's imprisoned.
Well, our former captain is under a very high-profile case, and they have not allowed visitors at this time.
And who is it that allows or disallows visitors?
Normally it would be Darius, but you might want to go to his second in command, that'd be Bodek. Or, potentially, if you know Yestina on the council. She's poised to become the new council head.
I see. Where might we find this Bodek?
Well, we can see if he's around if you'd like. He's normally stationed here in the armory.
If you would, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
No, she was, he kind of turns around and say, "Hey, you, go get Bodek." "Yes, sir." Kind of stop. Kind of runs off. You guys kind of like mill around for a little bit, and the awkward silence kind of taking over. You guys are kind of hanging out down there.
Pip will hum.
Okay, you hum. No issues. Take a performance check.
Really? Okay.
Why not? Is that a natural one?
Oh yeah, it is.
You forget how to hum. You can tell the guards are a little uncomfortable.
Whistle while you work.
So yeah, you guys make it. After a little bit, eventually the younger guard returns, trailed by a very rugged-looking foxing. As he kind of follows behind, he stands tall and kind of like the brown-colored plate mail that you've seen on some of the higher-ranking oak guards tend to wear. His plated feet kind of thumping on the ground as he makes his way towards you. He walks up to the gate and says, "So, I heard you were looking for me on Bodek. How can I help you?"
We were hoping that you might be able to help us have a meeting with Darius.
Darius? What would you need him for?
Just a delivery from an old friend.
Interesting. Kind of peers around a little bit. "Come with me. We need to have a talk."
Of course.
You guys kind of follow him through when he leads you to what you kind of assume is his private office. There's a few twists and turns, and you notice like the arrow slits that are quite common on a fortress of this type, and the stone floors, and it's quite a well-maintained facility, all things considered. You guys eventually make his way to his office. He gestures you in and offers you a seat. Says, "So, letter from an old friend. This wouldn't happen to be from his old adventuring companion, would it?"
Yep.
"Which one?"
Fremel.
"Oh, from Fremel. I've heard many stories about the type. Darius is actually a good friend of mine."
She had many good stories about him too, I think. Right? Didn't she have good things to say about him?
Oh yes.
Yes.
That's good to hear. I'd be interested to meet her and the rest of his companions. He's told me many times about their adventures before he joined the Oak Guard. Sounds like they had quite a life.
Yes. A very long time ago.
Yeah, it was quite a few years, but I understand. So, you have a thing, you have a gift for him or a delivery from one of his companions, then?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, even if you wanted to give it to him, I could allow you to see him, but with all things considered, they won't allow him to have anything that you would be willing to give.
Yes, we heard about his case. Could you tell us anything about it?
Yes, it's quite unfortunate, really. Him and the head council member, Silas. Sorry.
Silverus?
That works. Silverus. Hadn't figured out how to pronounce it yet. They had some disagreements. Darius was interested in trying to bolster the Oak Guard and provide more training and try to bolster our ranks with the Fae. Seems to be a Fae threat that's on the attack.
Oh, yes, there is.
With all things considered, he was interested in increasing training and increasing recruitments, while Silverus was not. He was quite opposed to the idea. The two were known to argue over it at many a council meeting. Until just last week. Excuse me.
No.
They had a particularly bad spat in the council meeting, and that very evening, Silverus was killed in his bed. Also, Darius, unfortunately, was nowhere to be found at the time of the murder. The guards at the gates here at the castle, here at the fortress, saw him leaving, and saw him return a few hours later quite beat up, it seems. So, all that considered, they also found one of his daggers located not too far away from the scene of the crime.
That is certainly some damning evidence.
That it is, and I know my friend. He is one for a fight, but he would not go that far for that. He would rather go through proper channels in order to get things proved.
Is it really, though?
One of his weapons was found at the scene of the crime. He has no alibi. And there is a motive.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think there's a strong motive there. And it doesn't mean that this other guy didn't have anybody else who was really mad or frustrated with him who actually would want to kill him. Because I believe anyone who's friends with Fremel and Orthreus wouldn't kill somebody just because they don't agree.
But it has been a long time since they adventured together.
Yes, but also that they said they found one of his daggers. It doesn't mean that somebody couldn't have stolen his dagger and implicated him in that way.
Darius has been tight-lipped at best about talking about where he went that evening, but he is quite insistent that he did not do it. I, being his friend, tend to agree with him. He's not the one. I agree with your sentiment. He's not the one just to kill just because somebody doesn't agree with him. But he is the prime suspect, unfortunately. And I haven't had the time to properly investigate.
Would it be alright if maybe we could try to see if he would tell us where he went? And maybe hear what he has to say and bring you some of the evidence that we might have been able to find?
Well, if you're willing to investigate the case, I would be more than grateful. I'm assuming if you were sent on this task from his old adventuring companions, I can imagine you are quite capable.
She's more capable than I am.
You exaggerate. But we will do what we can.
Well, if I tell correctly, you seem quite well armed. So, if I can give you, 1 second, and kind of goes in, looks at his table, and he ends up pulling out a sigil. It's got kind of like a giant oak tree on it with a shield carved into the tree on a badge. He hands this to you and says, "This will get you into most places in the city. You go with my blessing to investigate this incident. Any evidence you can bring that would potentially free Darius is much appreciated. And if you manage to figure it out, we will reward you with... I'd be personally willing to reward you with some gold if you're able to solve the problem. And free my friend."
We would be happy to make the attempt.
Yes.
Wonderful. That takes a weight off my shoulders I cannot tell you I bear. With that, would you like to speak to him?
Yes, please.
Right.
So, who was the guy who died again?
His name was Silverus.
How do you spell it?
S-Y-L?
S-Y-L-R-I-S.
R-I-S.
Okay.
Silverus.
He
That's
died.
like they have a chat.
Huh?
You got something in the chat, but it's not coming up here.
Let me see.
Died.
And of course my phone disconnected from the chat.
Ah, well.
So give me 5 seconds when I see. Hold on, let's see.
Knife.
Asking you to talk louder.
Ah, alright.
Knife.
Let me
Hi, Lizzie.
not drop my chair. Oops.
God damn it, Lizzie. You show up and you ruin our equipment.
Died. Knife found by body. Right? The knife was found by the body?
No, the knife was found not far away from the from his quarters in the main keep.
From the victim's quarters.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, like...
It wasn't found near the body. It was found near the. It was found. If you ask him, he says the knife wasn't found in the quarters per se, but it was found outside of the main castle complex, covered in blood.
It's found outside. Was... whatever his name was.
Silverus.
Did he look like he was stabbed?
Oh, most definitely. He was stabbed multiple times, from what we can tell.
Okay.
He bled out right there on his own bed.
Stabbed. Did he seem like he put up a fight, or did it seem like there wasn't much?
Were there signs of a struggle?
Yes, that.
No, it does not seem so. We found his
Sign.
bed undisturbed, besides the stab wounds going through the covers and into his body, leaking blood.
Well, if that's what it sounds like, and what you've said about this other guy, Darius?
Darius.
He looks like he was in a fight, and he got beat up. If he was trying to kill Silverus, or whatever his name is, how would he have gotten beaten up? But this guy only seemed like he got stabbed.
Well,
That
one
makes
of the
no sense
gods-
to me.
one of the gods did report a tangle with a cloaked figure that fits about the same height as Darius.
Unknown assailant of the same
Tangle.
species.
He was not able to tell. He was of a similar height and
With-
kind of built, but that's about all we got. But he ended up tussling with the assailant and then getting swiftly knocked out.
Sure,
Thankfully
I would
not
have been
killed.
told what species Darius is.
C-O.
Actually, I might even have it.
You might.
Yeah, he's a squirrel.
Yeah, he's a squirrel kid.
What's the same height as a squirrel?
The squirrel kin,
Hedgehog, but they're fatter.
the squirrel kin are similar in size as a mousing, and also with
Rat.
no, rats are bigger. With a mousing and hedgehogs. Some of the smaller races.
How do you spell
Squirrels
cloak?
are big though. Like
Huh?
Squirrels are more on par with rats.
Depends.
June, how do you spell cloak?
Cloak, C-L-O-A-K.
Yes.
C-L-O-C-K.
No.
No, just K. C-L-O-A-K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that just did not look good to me for some reason.
That's good.
Cloaked man.
8th grade spelling bee champion, here to represent.
And to be fair, you guys also know
Can't
there's
spell for shit.
there's a subspecies of squirrel, of the flying squirrels, but they're a little bit smaller as well. But he's comparable to a hedgehog or to a mouse, but slightly bigger.
Alright.
So, yeah, it depends on the particular species of squirrel, but they tend to be around that size. Some of the bigger races would be like the foxings, the wolvings, and the red pandas. And otters actually would fit into that group.
I would fit into what group?
The tall creatures.
I'm tall. Finally, I'm freaking tall. I am so happy.
Somebody is commenting on your pen, though.
Or your bunny pens, yeah.
Oh.
They're double color pens.
And I like the little white one over the other colored ones. Because it's
It's a whole set.
a whole set. Ta-da.
You gotta have at least some sort of fun. And dice. If you can't have cool dice, you can also have cool pens. So yes, that's quite a predicament. It's quite damning on his part, unfortunately.
So you say he came out of the woods, right?
Agreed.
So I don't know how to spell Darius, but
D-A-R-I-U-S.
yeah. I-U-S. Okay.
That's how I wrote it down, so it's good.
You're good.
Darius.
And really, it doesn't matter if you guys get spelling 100% right, as long as you got like that pronunciation.
As long as I know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's fair. That's all I really care about. We're all on the same page.
William Shakespeare wrote his name like 15 different ways. I can write a couple.
Yes. There. What's she doing over there?
Sniffing my foot is what she's doing.
Nixie pigs.
Wet, cold nose.
This is our fourth full D&D stream, which is the dog. She likes to cause havoc before we play.
Yeah.
Anyway. Do you have any more questions about the crime or anything else in particular?
What was the nature of the disagreement between Darius and Silvers?
Yes. What was it?
Oh, as I said before, they disagreed on training. Darius was interested in bolstering the Oak God here and prepping in case the Fae decided to attack. While Silvers was not. He was more interested in keeping the Oak God as they were.
Training.
He was not willing to authorize the extra funds that would be required to hire more and train more Oak God.
Training disagreement.
And although they are the Oak Guard are a kind of a forest-wide group, but we have our local branches that kind of self-govern for the most part.
Yeah.
With our head general being located in Dawnpod and kind of overseeing the rest of the smaller groups. And people tend to stay where they were
Are planted.
basically. When they join, we don't make them leave unless we have a pretty good reason, as in where you saw. But imagine you passed the army if you came here from Evershire.
Yeah.
Yes, and they'll be temporarily assigned there, which they understand, but they won't stay there forever. With that, you ready to go speak to Darius?
One moment.
Sure, of course.
We were also told of a Yestina.
Yes, Tina. She is an interesting cast member.
Interesting. How so?
Well, she's been playing second fiddle to. She's been the second on the council to Silvers for a long time. She's quite a nice lady, actually. She's supported the Oak God in the past. I personally don't have any issues with her, but she looks like she's on track to take the head council now that Silvers is out of the way.
Out of the way. I like how you say that. It doesn't sound very nice.
So it probably wasn't the best way to say it, but that's just kind of how it came out of it. So.
Good. 2 more colors.
Pen cap.
That's a good idea.
We got 2 more colors in case there are 2 more people that have other things that we want to.
Just gonna have a whiteboard with sticky notes and string.
Yeah.
And look like a psychopath.
Love it.
No. She's just gonna have like this book of like little notes that are like crazy.
Oh, I didn't mean Pip. I meant you.
Me? Yeah. And Pip.
They don't
Let's
have
be
magic
honest.
boards. They have magic boards. No, I'm just kidding.
They could still be white, Shane.
They can still be right, technically, yes.
A magic small device. It's handheld.
Do you have any more questions for Bodak?
Nope. Time to interrogate the prisoner.
I don't think so for right now.
Alright, well, let's head down. We'll go see if we can speak to Darius. So he kind of leads you through the castle. You end up leaving the main building and you head out to a secondary kind of like tower. A couple of guards at the front salute as he walks in. You guys head down a couple floors and you discover it turns into a jail. He leads you down a long kind of dank hallway. Few people imprisoned at the moment, but not too many. And eventually you make your way to a cell where you see a kind of a haggard-looking squirrelkin sitting on a bed in one of the jail cells. You walk in and he says, Bodak says, Darius, how defiles you this day? And Darius kind of perks up and he says, it's good to see you, my old friend. See you brought guests.
I love that all the fighting guys are like, what?
He's only got so many voices, man.
Tropes are a
I
thing for a
know,
reason.
but I still love it.
I could just make him be like this gruff old guy that just Hello, how's it going?
You can't use my voice.
It's the male version.
No, it isn't.
Okay, that's fair. Alright, so Bodak says, yes, these two are from, supposedly sent by friends of yours. I'll let them do the explanation. He kind of gestures to you two. Says, but, for introductions, I do apologize, I don't believe I got your names.
I don't believe we dropped them.
Well, that is Daffodil.
Hello.
Daffodil! I crocheted him. Isn't he adorable?
Oh, hedgehog's like,
My name is Pip. Pip Brashelrath.
We come bearing messages from Fremel.
But you never said your name.
An excellent observation.
That's just rude.
I'll get over it.
Okay.
alright. You said you're from Fremel. How's she fare? It's been a long time since I've seen her.
Quite well.
Yeah, she's still as rough and tumble as I remember.
Oh, yes.
The last time we saw her, she was a little sore from fighting.
From fighting? Oh, is it to do with that, Fae business?
Yes.
I remember her being, quite tough back in the day. Still kind of rough and tumble.
Oh, yes.
She said the same thing about you.
Ha! We had many a good duel back in the day. Never quite could best get the one over each other. I think as our record still stands, it's 51-51.
That is impressive.
We did enjoy a good fight now and again. Her with her great sword and me with my dual weapons. What?
Nothing.
Okay. But I reminisce. What sends you here? I apologize, I'm not a little bit better dressed for the situation. As you guys kind of see, he is like kind of haggard. Looks like he hasn't been able to shower in a few days, wearing kind of like ratty clothing. But you guys get the hint of like strong muscle underneath, like from the piece you can see. Like he is definitely not a office worker, if you will.
Go ahead.
So we had something from Fremel that she wanted us to give to you, but since the situation, as it seems, it probably doesn't seem like we can give you anything.
Unfortunately, I don't feel like they let me keep anything you gave to me, but at least I wouldn't allow that for any other prisoner. I trained these men well, so I assume the same. But that being said, what is this that you bring? I'd be interested to at least know.
A book about the Fey Wilds, right? And the Fey
Yes,
politics?
a journal.
Yes.
So the journal wasn't about the Fae;
No?
it was about the great heroes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the darkness.
right.
But she's talking about the politics book that is also something that we have copies of.
You guys have the one copy for yourself.
Oh, I thought that there was multiple copies of that too.
No,
And we
you
had
guys
to
just
get
got the
those
one copy
ones
for
out, too.
yourself.
Okay, never mind.
You had a copy given to Fremel for the library, and then you guys got a copy from for yourself.
Then scratch the Fey part out.
That's okay.
Because Pip would have known that.
No, I know. I'm just reminding you guys.
I
That you're on
just
the same
don't
page.
know.
Yeah, it was the journal of the daughter of one of the.
For Pip,
Fey
it's been
Roars.
like a week. For us, it's been a few weeks.
Yeah.
Also, what's this fellow shortstops? What happened to the 9-foot Goliath?
Fair.
And you missed the part where you heard that Pip is actually about the same size as a red panda. Which is on the larger side.
Otters are surprisingly big, like in the real life.
In Redwall, we're tall.
I mean, so like the creatures are all like bigger than normal anyway, but they're kind of like still to scale to the same part. In kinda. You know, obviously the mice aren't like significantly smaller than everybody else, but still.
And otters are the freaking cutest things. Sorry. Actually, there are plenty of things that are the freaking cutest things, but otters are pretty damn cute.
So the so you can rephrase what you were telling about the journalist.
So, we have a journal about, what's it?
The daughter of one of the great heroes.
Yes. Daughter of one of the great heroes.
Really?
Yes.
Does it detail anything about the darkness or anything?
Probably. I have not read it.
Interesting. So it would be we will during the good old days, we were researching some possibilities about the darkness and the great heroes, and looking for some artifacts we believe they left behind. So hearing this could be very interesting indeed. So she asked you to bring me a copy.
Yes.
Yes.
It's good to know. Glad to see that it's still thinking of me. It's been a few years. But I don't think I'm in a position to take the book as much as I'd like to. Being stuck in this set.
Yes, why is that?
Well, circumstance would seem to be the problem. I was not around and unaccounted for, and the head member, bastard, happened to die at the same time.
But if you weren't there, you had to be somewhere.
That is true. I did. Without clearing my head.
Well, where did you go?
Just out for a walk, if you will.
To where?
Just around the city.
But no one saw you.
Now the gods saw me coming and going, and that's apparently all it took.
I also heard that you were, like, came out of the woods beat up.
Yes. Managed a trip going down some stairs.
In the woods.
It wasn't in the woods, it was around the platform.
But somebody would have seen that.
Later, it was kind of a weird part of the day.
But somebody would have seen you. So,
Was it day or night?
So, you guys gave me the really good idea about them being nocturnal creatures. The day is not going to be there. So, things changed up a little bit. So it was during the day. So, he had...
We're trying to be Detective Shane. Don't change the evidence on us.
I'm sorry.
I got my little
I realized my
Pikachu hat
problem
on. Give me a
as
break.
I was talking. I'm like, oh shit! Wait, I screwed myself on this one. So yeah, he was like in the middle of the day when there was a lot of people out and about, and the head council member was sleeping during the day, so they found him in the evening when they were all starting to wake up and stuff like that. So turn back the time a little bit. That's new evidence. So this is. Yes, some glinted in my eye, and I tripped going down the staircase. Most of us, even our normal day creatures, have adapted to be more active at night to go with the general populace.
But wouldn't have somebody have seen you? That point can Pip ask one of the ask the guy if the
Just
guards
ask.
did any of the guards notice when he first left that he was beat up, or only when he got back that he was beat up? Oh my gosh, yes.
100%.
We're getting her a Detective Pikachu hat.
Done.
And then
Perfect.
you can have the cute fonts in your hat.
Do it. Hats, we're bringing them back.
So, you gonna ask him if he was beat up before he left, or?
Well, she already asked him that, and
Yep.
then she's also asking the guard if he hadn't already left. Did
Well,
he?
you have to go talk to the guard in particular, who's not there. The one who was on watch that night.
No, I mean the head guard, if he had heard.
You Bodak?
Bodak.
Says the story checks out.
What was... after this, do you think I could talk to the guard who was on watch at that time?
I'm sure. We can go fetch him after we're done here.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, so... Mr. Darius, you said that you got beat up tripping downstairs and you were walking around the city,
Yes.
but people only noticed that you looked beat up, like you were just got beaten up, supposedly when you were coming out of the woods.
I wasn't coming out of the woods. Where is the wood coming from? Did I say that earlier?
I believe so.
She did write down came out of woods beat up.
Oh, he was coming back to... Maybe if I don't remember saying woods. He noticed that he was coming back, beat up when he came back to the fortress.
Okay.
So he went for a walk around the city, he came back, and as he came back in, the guards noted that he looked kind of beat up. As opposed to when he left.
Ha!
Huh?
Ha! I knew it.
This was information I thought I would give you, so if I screwed it up, I apologize.
Yes, thank you. He screwed up. I noticed. Sort of.
Maybe.
I'm not a true
take-
detective. I played a detective who was a fake detective, sort of.
We'll just have to record.
I'm not a real detective, I just play one on TV.
We'll just have to go back and watch the recording later to see who was actually right.
Anyway. So, you're not going to tell us exactly where you went, right? You just said you walked around the city.
There's nothing to tell.
Well, there should be something to tell. At least I think you haven't told everybody everything.
Oh, told as much as I can. Woke up and just couldn't sleep, so I decided to go for a walk. Fell down some stairs, came back, and next thing I know, they implicated me in murders. Couldn't find my dagger either.
Aha! I heard it was one of your daggers was found outside the...
Yes, and earlier that day it was stolen from me, and as I was way back up for my council chambers.
I knew it was stolen!
Did you report it stolen? Or mention it to anyone?
You can ask Bodak. I mentioned it to him on my return. Bodak nods.
Then why didn't you tell us that information, Mr. Bodak?
I figured it was easier for you to hear it from him himself.
But you just made it seem like...
I was just giving to you the evidence of why he was here.
Okay. Well, thank you. So, stolen...
Keep in mind, I can't think of every physical possibility here, so...
Being detective, Shane!
Some things are actually consistencies and some things are not, so... Have fun with that one.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, yes, about them fighting.
There is one way to always tell if they're telling the truth or not, too.
Do I believe him?
Believe who?
Darius.
About?
Everything that he said so far.
It's kind of late for that, but I'll let you roll an insight check.
5. I'm
Plus
a
0?
Yep. Insight plus 0. If it was investigation, it's -1. But you really don't want Pip to be the detective.
The head detective has a -1 on her investigation. Perfect.
I gotta give Critical Role a run for their money with something.
Yeah. Not the
Really bad stats?
Not the best detective agency. So yes, you you believe him. He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
With a 5 insight check, 100%.
So your fight with...
Do I believe him?
Sure. Roll an insight check.
20!
So... Oh, could I whisper? I could whisper it. Nah, I don't whisper it. What's his name?
Acting.
Acting!
You get the sense that he's not telling you the whole truth. He seems to be holding something back. Although you're not getting a murder vibe off of him, he's definitely not telling you the truth of where he went.
So...
And Pip does not know this.
What kind of fight did you have with...
Pip already thinks he's not the murderer. Like, we know that. Like,
yes.
He's friends with Orpheus. He can't commit a murder.
Murder!
He would only kill people in honorable battle.
Exactly!
Yeah, fair.
Who
Or
came
by
up and
accident.
tried to fight him?
I don't know which one is Meredith and which one is Brittany, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask.
That's fair.
We are above our names.
Did he spell them right?
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah, they're on the screen.
Yeah, they're on the screen.
Yay! He spelled them right even with that
That's
on the
Meredith.
screen.
Although
I am not Meredith.
I will say it was happy accident
Definitely
that you
not
guys happened to be
Meredith.
above your names. So, because I wasn't planning that when I created the overlay.
Shane, I gave you credit for so little, and now I
Definitely-
find out it's even less than that.
Definitely not Meredith. The one who is married
Yeah, it's fair.
to Meredith.
But really, I'm the third wheel.
This is true. And quite literally the beard in this relationship.
Yes.
I'm just gonna have to get. I'm gonna get like a. You said that so many times. I have to get a T-shirt that says the beard.
Okay. So, they told me you had a disagreement with training.
Yes, I want to be able to bring in some more orca. Oh God, we've with the issues with the Fae that we've been having recently. I feel like we need more soldiers to be able to keep the city properly safe, and the Dawnwood for that matter.
How angry did that make you?
Oh, it's not too particularly angry, but the fact that the bastard just won't listen to me and reason. You can see he gets a little heated, but then he kind of like collects himself.
And then she looks at the other guy. See? That's not murder intent.
It's not or is?
It's not.
Exactly. Oh, Captain is passionate, if anything else.
Well, he is friends with Orthrus. Of course he is. Do you like tea?
I mean, it's never been my biggest thing as it has been Orpheus, as I'm more of a coffee person.
Heathen.
He did commit the murder!
With that one statement, he's implicated. I will,
Pip's trust? Gone!
I will, what's the word I'm looking for? Execute him myself. He's good.
Oh my gosh.
What?
No, that's just what Pip's doing too.
Oh, got you.
Please understand that we cannot help you if you are not honest with us.
But I have been honest.
Lies of omission are still lies.
Roll persuasion check.
Oh god, I'm really bad at that. He is not persuaded.
So nothing but tell you the truth. I went out for a walk to clear my head. Came back, had an accident, came back. Happenstance, he managed to die in that same period. My dagger was stolen from me earlier in the day.
Would you possibly tell us who you believe might be the killer?
Yeah.
Oh, if I'm honest,
Have you any suspicions?
if I'm honest, I'm not truly sure. I have some of the members of the council potentially, but
Who?
Oh.
That's right, come up with new character, Shane. Quick.
well, there's only a few members of the council. I don't know if I don't think Tina would ever be possible to think like that. Raid Newt, it's not the type. Maybe Bedgo.
Bedgo?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Why so?
Well, he's never really. He has a tendency to disagree with. Had a tendency to disagree with Silurus more than I did. The two were never quite friends, and they were quite often on the opposite end of the spectrum when it came to votes. He's an ex-military, so I think he is definitely capable. But I do have my reservations. But if I had to start with anybody, I might start with him.
Would he be the kind to possibly... Because what our good friend, what your good friend here has said, that Silurus seemed to had died with no sign of struggle, but he was stabbed multiple times. Who... Do you have any idea who might be... had that sort of mindset to kill in that way?
I mean, it seems quite efficient if you were trying to assassinate somebody. And I did see Bedgoal earlier in the day. There's a potential that he could have been the one to, You just earned a ton of brownie points right there.
Oh, the brownie points!
The ice underneath Jacob is rapidly thickening. Meredith likes him now.
Finally!
So, no, you, shit, I lost my train of thought.
We're derailed by the tea thing.
I'm always derailed by tea.
Who would commit murder in this way? Was her last question.
Oh. Yes. It seems like quite an efficient way if you want to assassinate somebody. Gotta put up a struggle, sneak into the room at night, stab them a few times in the chest, and sneak away back out. And I also saw him earlier in the day. It's possible that he could have been the one to take my knife. No one knows I carry it around quite often. It's an heirloom, if you will.
So wait. So he was killed in the night, which to you guys is during the day.
That's right. Was it daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Okay.
Because that's like more or less the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'd still call it daytime.
still called the daytime.
You're
but it's
confusing
like
us, Shane.
I know.
But
But you
have
guys,
so many brain cells to rub together, Shane.
you guys threw me a curveball with a really good idea, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna run with it. So
I'm trying to be a detective. My brain cells are all going to mush.
okay, we'll just reverse it. For this instance, if the day will be night and the night will be day. So he was killed in the middle of the night. Alright, we'll keep it staying. He killed in the middle of the day.
My brain doesn't work. Leave me alone. Ah.
Any more questions?
Probably. Do you have any questions?
Yes. Just gonna keep saying that over and over until you were like, yes, he stays.
You say it again?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now.
Tea. It's the
My
greatest
phone's getting closer now.
beverage on earth. Certain types of tea, yes. Other types, no. I'm picky with tea.
Fair. So,
Please understand that for our purposes, what is necessary is for you to be freed from prison.
after we be all nice.
An alibi would be the quickest way for that to happen.
Roll another persuasion check.
Not you! Get out of here! Bounced
You
off
know
that
what?
thing last time.
Advantage.
Yes!
Blow on my dice.
Again? With advantage?
Wait,
Here.
what is your...
No,
-1!
Here's
Your
a blessed die.
persuasion is...
Oh, you're gonna let me try it again?
I'll let you try it one more time. The natural 20.
Yes.
See? Blessed. Hashtag blessed.
I touched it as little as I could.
Alright, so,
Persuaded! He's gonna tell me everything. I'm even gonna know if he cheated on his 8th grade civics test.
where's
Or if he has a thing for Rebel.
Oh yeah, you don't need an insight check for that one. He totally has a thing for trouble.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody but you already knew that.
I know. I mean, me as a player, yeah, I knew that, like, from Rebel talking about him. But as
so-
Pip, she's like, huh?
Right, everybody but Pip already knew that.
It's fair.
Battle couple.
They definitely,
The trope is
definitely,
real.
definitely seem like they could totally be a thing. Like, you don't even need to ship it. It's like, it's so plausible, it had to have been a thing. For a while.
Fighting is foreplay.
Fair. He says, Modak, to make this area secure. Kind of like nods. Okay. Kind of goes out and clears away some of the guards.
Is there going to be a spell?
He ends up coming back with some handcuffs and you take you away to an interrogation room. And he closes the door behind you guys and he kind of looks at the slot. Alright, I think we'll be okay talking here. So. Tell us the truth. That goal, Darius is like, so, I do happen to go by another name.
Do not tell me he is like Batman during night day. I refuse. I will leave.
No!
Well, he wasn't until now.
No!
I will take my ball and go
Oh
home.
my gosh, is he Tuxedo Mask?
No, he's not tuxedo mask.
Sorry, Darius is so close to Darian,
And
which
you're
was the original.
You're picturing Fremel be Sailor Moon. With a big sword. And just picture, you know, the foxing, or yeah, the foxing, right?
Hold on, I'm also just picturing Orthreus being one of the Sailor Scouts.
Of course that's what you think. You're just picturing the red panda, Fremel, just like Magic Girl transforming.
Well, I wasn't.
But you are now. You wait for my wife to be able to breathe again. And you go get your inhaler.
You see what you've done, Shane? You broke Meredith!
She's the one that came up with the idea.
Do you need the inhaler? You sure?
Yes, happened.
It might bruise my ribs. I'm not joking, they really hurt.
So, back in the real world here. No, I'm just kidding. So, well, known as Blood Fist. And I happen to, and you can see like recognition kind of go over Bodak's eyes. He's like, "That's you?" He's like, "Yes."
Blood Fist.
He's
the squirrel.
Yeah. He's like, "That's for you, not from the city. But they are a popular fighter in some of the underground fight clubs. It's quite frequent. Watch me relieve some of this pent-up tension, if you will." And that's where I was headed that evening, to go blow some steam after a particular bad argument. You can check, and you can find out if the Blood Fist did fight, in fact, that evening. And you can hear Bodak's like, "We've been trying to quell underground fighting rings for years now. You've been fighting in them the whole time?"
Yep.
"Yes, I've been throwing off the investigation, if you will." And you can see like Bodak is like taken aback and just like, "But you were the one pushing for it." Yes, I know. Drove you off the trail somehow. You're too good at your job."
You're too good at your job, son. You gotta stop trying.
So, that is where I was, in fact. Welcome to check my alibi if you want. If you make your way towards the fighting ring, you'll find it down in the slums.
What's the fighting ring called?
I am not taking you to the slums at night.
Well,
During the day.
Well, currently it's
It's
night.
based out of a tavern called the Rotted Root.
See, that's a legitimate tavern name. How long did you come up with that one before the stream?
Like 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, not long.
But other times you give us the rusty book.
Yeah, there was right next to the library.
the Rotted Root.
The Rotted Root.
Sweet tea.
You haven't even found the name of the good inn in the area.
It's alright. I'll get one of them to tell us.
You will. Or will you?
I will.
Persuasion check.
No.
Anyway.
I've still got that command spell.
Make your way to the Rotted Root and tell them that I'm interested in a roaring good time. They'll let you into the club. Down there you can ask some questions. Find out if I did fight. Validate my story.
Wait, what was the saying phrase
A
again?
roaring good time.
Roaring?
Mm-hmm.
Good time. Okay. I'm gonna try to circle that so I remember. Gonna need another piece of paper. You're right. Mm-hmm. Sweet tea is really good. I don't... Personally, it's not my favorite. It's one of... And yes, I remember that you said you're from the South. I'm sorry for your loss.
Burn.
I'm from the North.
So as you can understand, I was a little unwilling to give away this information. It was not exactly legal. And the head of the Oak God in the local area, known as the famous underground fighter, probably wouldn't be a good thing.
Maybe, maybe not. You might get more respect that way.
This could be implicated and thrown in jail, quite like I already am. Is there any more other questions you have for me? Now that you've triggered my deep, dark secret out of me?
Our next order of business is to find a place to sleep.
Now, then you can hear, Bodak speak up and he says, well, your best bet is to make your way over to the Broken Branch. It's a tavern located up in the Merchant District. Generally well traveled, and for you people who are used to days, they do have soundproof walls. A little bit pricier, but worth the money.
Thank you for your help.
Oh, I wish you luck on the investigation.
We might come back to see you again if we have any more questions or anything else to bring to you. So.
Well, we'll let you with that badge. You'll be able to get in and out, no issues. And I'll make sure the guards are aware.
Oak Guard badge?
Yeah, come back.
No, I do not, but I can write it down.
So, with that, my friend, we'll have to put you back into your cell. He kind of looks at it with like a kind of a new respect, almost, but like not really sure how to take it. Like a little bit of like hurt, but like respect at the same time. So he brings it back to his jail cell, and Darius wishes you guys luck.
Okay.
Bodak wishes you back out, shows you back out up towards the hall. He's like, before I send you on your way, is there anything else I can help you with? To help the investigation in particular. Or any more questions about the city?
If we have further questions, we'll return to speak to you.
Yes. If I'm not here, the gods will know where I've gone. So you don't tend to travel too far from here. I mean, especially now these days that I'm in charge.
You'll look over to Darius. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. He gives a chuckle. He must know Orpheus. Only he would tell a joke like that.
Well, yes, we do know Orpheus.
Glad to hear he's doing alright.
Yes and no.
No? Why not?
Orpheus was quite well when we left him.
Well, there was that whole thing with the bullywogs and all those stuff.
There will be other days to reminisce of adventures.
Lots of adventures. He's getting a little older. He likes to read way too much, and he drinks a lot of tea.
Sounds about the same Orpheus as I remember. It's probably with a little bit more gray, but I'll be interested to hear the stories later.
Once you get out of jail.
Yes, hopefully without bars between us. Thank you again for your help.
Yep.
Alright, so you guys wanna...
Head off to that tavern to go to sleep.
Yep, so you make your way out of the barracks, and that is where we're going to take a break.
Woo.
So we're going a little over an hour.
Yep.
So.
I was really expecting to have to use Zone of Truth. I didn't think you were going to let me have it with the persuasion check.
Well,
-1, because no one likes Faye.
But you rolled 10s like the whole time, so I was like, alright, I'll give you one more chance with a good die, and if you still fail, then you're out of luck.
Yeah.
You managed to drag it out of him, so.
The one person who does is me.
Alright, so with that...
blindly.
We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. We're going to take 10 to 15, so we'll plan on being back here at 7:55 at the latest.
Yes.
Hang out. We'll be back in just a little bit. Thanks.
Bye.
Hey!
Hey guys!
So, with the braces thing,
Oh, it's each other's right in.
Ready.
I had braces twice. Both times for years. First time I was 7. So, good luck. It's gonna hurt.
It doesn't always.
It doesn't always, but there are some points that really do hurt. Like you're gonna have some wire cutting into your gum sometimes. It's gonna suck. Just be able to talk to your orthodontist. Yeah. Don't eat popcorn or chewy stuff because that's not good.
No caramels, no taffy.
Yep. And really not a lot of gum. You can chew Trident. Like, that stuff's good and it doesn't stick to your braces. Other than that, I mean, your mouth's gonna be a little bit sore every time they tighten it, so just keep at it, and you're gonna be lisping for a while. It's gonna be fun. But after that, your braces, your teeth are gonna be
Just
more
grin
straight.
and bear it. It's all worth it for your future hotness. Don't worry about it.
Yes, twice. For at least 2 years, I think, for both. The first time it was just the top. Second time was top and bottom. And they also took a tooth out and moved my whole jaw.
Though, I mean, her mom's a dental hygienist, so it's like that Willy Wonka movie where his dad was a dentist and he had all this headgear.
Except no headgear, thankfully. But also, if you have so many years of doing that, you won't care after that of what anything happens in your mouth. You'll totally be fine. Trust me.
Okay, the RPG, not only for D&D, but also for dental hygiene.
Sort of.
Floss.
Yes. Floss. It's good for you. Yeah, and that's going to be different, trying to floss with braces.
Everything is different. Okay, anyway, back to game.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys were just finished interrogating Darius. You guys had been given kind of a direction of some information, some stuff to go check out. You guys have plenty of options. And you were informed to go check out the Broken Branch, which was in the Merchant's tier, which is the next tier up from you guys. By Bodak. He said it's a good place to go sleep, especially for day people, to help kind of make it through the night.
Us day people.
You know, you guys want to make your way up to the Broken Branch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way to the city. Something interesting you notice as you guys are moving around the city, like as you're looking at the other tiers, there's a lot of platforms that go between all the tiers, but the only ones that come up from the ground they have to go through the first. They always go through the first tier, and you notice that there is gates that seem to be defending the main platform that goes up to the first tier. So it seems they kind of use that as like a checkpoint to help keep the rest of the city safe. Interesting trivia. So you guys make it around, you find a magical platform, you wait your turn in line, eventually making it on. As you see some people like starting to get out and like start their days, or nights if you will, heading off to work and whatnot. You get on the platform, you make your way up. After a little bit of walking around, you guys want to give me a investigation check, please?
Yeah, that's me.
I believe so, because I believe investigation for me is -1.
That or dash.
Doesn't matter, it's a 20.
Perfect. As you guys are walking through the main, you still have like this second sense of like intuition of like you've been to enough taverns over your life to kind of have an idea of where they're at, and you gotta make your way down the main.
Yeah.
Make your way down the main pathway, and then you eventually
That's an
find.
investigation.
Yeah. That's,
Alright, his is best, so well, in the future, I'll try to remember that.
yeah. You guys make your way down through, and you discover you see a sign that almost looks like it's broken in half, but then you realize it's a sign that's holding a branch that's broken in half.
Oh.
You guys make your way in. The bar, it's a little quiet. People are just kind of starting the day. People are in getting some quote-unquote breakfast or some dinner or whatever you have you. You walk in and a smaller squirrelkin comes over over towards you, and he says, welcome to the Broken Branch. My name's Garda. How can I help you?
We're looking for a room.
You're looking for a room? Perfect.
Soundproof room, please.
Day people, I see. I can help you with that, no issues. He kind of like quickly makes his way over to the front desk and grabs keys. Says, "Soundproof rooms are a little bit more pricey, but still reasonable. Have to be about 6 silver a night."
Yep. That sounds good to me.
All right. How many days would you be interested in staying, or do you want to pay per day?
Let's pay per day. Does that sound okay, or do you think we should try to pick how many days we want to stay?
You think it's gonna last us a week? Nah, I'll probably figure out. We'll go pretty fast.
Oh, you could prepay.
Let's go by day.
If you're interested to leave early, I can always repay you the rest of the funds.
We'll do 3 days.
All right.
Okay.
Split the difference.
That will be 18 silver, please, or 1 gold, 8 silver.
So 18 silver away. So that is.
1 gold, 8 silver.
I'm just doing silver pieces because I have
Okay.
plenty of silver pieces on here.
Perfect. You head up the stairs, go up 2 flights. Eventually, you'll find your room on the right. It's number 17.
Number 17.
If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be flying around somewhere. And I hope you enjoy your stay. Do you need food?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll have them get you some food. Please have a seat. We'll have somebody right up to you. He kind of runs up and,
Nixie, everybody.
yep. I'll be working at nothing like present normal.
Unless we hear someone knock on the door again.
Yeah.
No,
I
every
haven't-
once in a while I'll have this like daymare or nightmare.
I haven't heard anything yet.
She's probably just barking at her neighbors.
Mm.
Where she's
Most likely.
at.
She barks again. I'll go check it out. Otherwise, we'll leave it.
She'll probably bark again.
They look shifty. What are they doing at this hour? Taking out their trash? Disgusting.
Disgusting. We must yell at them for it.
There's other dogs outside.
All right, let me go check it. Oh, hold on 1 second.
One.
Just to be
Secondary
safe.
break.
Secondary break, because why not?
Dog maintenance.
Dog maintenance. And the fact that we're upstairs and, we have the rest of the house, who knows what could happen.
The rest of the house.
You
You're
could
right.
be getting overrun by burglars or raccoons or raccoon burglars.
I'd be pretty terrified. Oh, I don't think I told you, but the other day I found a dead mouse on my driveway.
Great.
I don't know if it was a neighboring cat who left us a present.
I bet it's the shadowy one that likes to watch you.
Yep. He also followed me down the road. And
He
would
wanted you to pet him.
he would stop right in front of me and sit
So you
and
would
meow.
have to pet him.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, but no.
Oh, I see. There's a cat in the neighbor's yard.
Just how could they? A cat in the neighbor's yard.
It's probably the cat that left us that mouse.
Left a,
Meredith's benefactor. He wants to make sure she's eating enough.
fair.
Like, I was walking down the road and he would stop at my feet. Like, right in front of me. Walk beside me and just stop and meow at me.
You
That's
say,
funny.
love me, Meredith.
Meow.
Love me.
And then he...
Love me, Meredith.
Love me.
And then he was like, once I got to this point, he was like, this is my yard.
Did you touch my dice?
I can neither confirm
Damn it!
nor deny.
Neither can I.
Thank you for the information. Let's see. Damn you. That's an 8. At least the chat's got my back.
Yes. The chat.
Somebody loves me. Damn it.
It's good that you think that.
That's fair.
Poor hubby.
Yeah. I'll just go cry in the corner later. It's okay.
The unseen corners.
I wasn't looking. Oh, so you're just assuming she touched my dice, which is a fair assumption to make. I was thinking kind of the same thing. Normally, snitches do get stitches, but not in this case. Snitches
Guess what?
get rewarded.
You are slowly getting Brittany points, too. How you get Meredith points? Talk about tea and how wonderful
All of
it
a
is.
How you get
sudden,
Brittany points? Keep your mouth shut.
all of a sudden, the giant tree starts moving and starts attacking you guys. It's
Holy
so strange.
shit!
A dragon flies out of nowhere.
All of a sudden, a red dragon descends from the sky and blows you straight to hell where you belong.
It says something about math rocks. Anyway, so yeah, you guys make it to the hotel. You guys have a delicious dinner brought to you. A few people are around. Like, they're getting dinner and things, or breakfast and things. Yeah, it's going to pick up a little bit as people coming in for breakfast. Nixie!
Chill out, damn!
She has no chill.
Get in here, you neurotic sack of canid.
Come on! Move here.
What are you doing? Why are you barking?
Oh, now you're not thinking on the phone.
Damn,
Dog promise.
chill out.
Come here.
She's so happy and excited.
Hi.
You go. Alright, so, you guys having dinner. Like I said, there's some people coming in and out. You see, like, as you kind of had the feeling of, there's a lot more squirrel kin in the city than anything else. You also hear the flapping of wings over top every so often. But you guys have yourself a dinner and you can make your way up to bed.
Oh, I will.
Pip's gonna like, all that detective work has tuckered her out.
You guys make it into the room. You can like hear some noise picking up from the streets, but as you enter the room and you shut the door behind you, it like becomes like eerily silent. Like the room is well soundproof. Like you're kind of getting the idea. It's like, yeah, okay, I guess this was worth the money.
Well, trust me, a soundproof room is always worth the money.
Oh, compared to your situation, I understand. So yeah, you guys make your way off to sleep. In your dreams, there as it will. You guys wake up the next day. Yeah. And you look outside, you can see people like making their way back to their homes. Like the remnants of the city, like tavern's starting to get rowdy at this point. As you guys are waking up to go downstairs and have breakfast, people are like drinking and singing, and tavern songs are being sung.
Pip's like all excited.
Yeah. He goes down and like they offer you dinner fare for breakfast, but
Ooh, actually.
Does that mean we got breakfast for dinner?
you did.
We're sleeping at a Denny's.
Yeah, it's the D&D version of a Denny's, sure.
Oh my gosh. Pip
They're open
loves,
24 hours.
like, I just have to say, steak for breakfast sometimes is the best freaking thing.
Sure, you get steak.
You ask him for eggs, but he's a bird, so he just says,
My children! Oh!
There are no eggs here. How rude.
How rude.
You don't ask for eggs in a tree city.
That's fair. So yeah, so you guys get yourself some dinner.
You also don't ask for any birds in a tree city.
Yeah, that's fair.
have any chicken?
Chicken's okay. That's not an intelligent creature.
No, not by any stretch.
No. So, only special birds get intelligent. So yeah, you guys get breakfast. You have your morning to strategize. What do you guys have to do? You guys can talk it out. You can do whatever you want.
So, should we go and try to find that Betgo guy?
I think we should perhaps try to speak to as many of the council members as we can find.
Yeah. So we should probably go to the root, right? Well, Pip whispers rotted root. That way everyone in the chat can hear me. But she whispers it in the tavern because she doesn't want everyone to hear what she's saying.
You mean the one with the illegal fighting ring? Just kidding.
You mean the one that fought to the death? The illegal place?
Just kidding. Channeling my mom for a moment.
That's fair. Yeah.
Feel the truth of my statement, Shane. Feel it.
It's felt. What?
Don't you make long looks at each other.
She was just kind of staring at me. I was trying to figure out for what reason.
She doesn't know.
I can't just look at you.
I don't know.
You're my husband.
That's fair.
That's what I'm concerned about. These
So-
are the kind of looks that I don't want to see. Okay, so
It wasn't a mushy look. I promise. Mushy looks I don't do on camera.
Here.
That's how people be like when she finally gets her boyfriend.
Hey, your emo skunk boyfriend.
Yeah.
I think
Pepperly
he's
feel.
so cool, and he plays the guitar, which isn't anything like Daffodil's mandolin. It's not the same at all.
I played the drums, thank you.
And he's so cool and misunderstood.
Condolences.
Well, I
And
was
he's
in a band.
so misunderstood.
We had an album. It's on Spotify.
It's true.
We went on tour. I was
It's
kind of
true.
famous.
I know. You told me.
Way before I met him.
Back in the glory days when I was, 17, 18.
And single.
Yeah,
The glory days.
glory days. My youth. Like I'm so old now.
Yep.
I mean,
Anyway,
you're older than me, and I'm old.
it's fair. The oldest one here.
Mm-hmm.
Besides maybe Nixie dog years.
I mean, you're like, what? 100 because you're gray hair.
That's right. I'm 100 because of my gray hair.
Don't you know how that works?
My
Sorry.
kids- she's convinced now that I'm a vampire. That's
You want to suck the blood?
yep.
Okay, sorry. Totally off topic, guys. We are so sorry.
So we went downstairs and everything just went downhill from there.
Okay. So it's probably the best time to be checking out the underground fighting ring because it is
Yes.
technically nighttime.
In
Yes.
So that would be when people are getting up to no good in this nocturnal
Yes.
city. In the harsh light of day.
Yeah. They have really good curtain manufacturers here.
Hmm.
Make a killing. Like in Alaska.
Yes. Anyway. So.
We'll go there first. And then
Yes.
would we know whether most of the council is nocturnal?
Oh, you assume most of the city is, and as you kind of got the feeling from Bodak that even like the daytime creatures tend to kind of like switch to a nocturnal type after living in the city for a while.
Okay.
So that seems to be when the majority of people are out and about. And
Okay.
businesses are open and things.
Okay.
They do have some like tertiary places that are open during the day, like normal daytime, but most of the places are open at night.
Okay. So yeah, since we're awake in the morning, that would be the time to go check out the illegal fighting room that happens at night.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metaphorical nighttime.
Metaphorical. Yeah. So you guys want to head there?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys make your way down. Walking your way through the streets, you see people kind of passing, heading off to bed. You see a couple drunkards as they kind of like sloshing their way back to their houses.
Pip
But
is
they don't
saying to,
stumble
like,
too much because of all that light.
No, they still stumble.
to the people who aren't drunk, Pip says, "Good morning."
Oh my god, she's gonna get us shanked.
They kind of glare at you menacingly. No, they say,
Actually, it depends on how drunk they are. Because if they're still like sloshed and stumbling home, they're gonna be like, "Good morning, this is great.
no, she said she was specifically
People
wanted to
are
talk.
so nice here."
She specifically wanted to talk to not drunk people.
Oh, you're looking for the sober people, the ones that just came
Okay,
off
never
like.
mind. She says good morning to everyone she sees. How about that?
Okay, well, some of them are like, good morning, and then you have other ones that are just like, out-of-towners, I hope you enjoy your stay.
That one just came off a night shift.
Yeah,
Day shift.
they do. They're in the bed. The night shift's starting.
Mm.
At the meal.
She almost wants to sing good morning, good morning.
Fortunately, it doesn't exist in Longwood.
It doesn't.
I mean, Star Wars is a thing, so.
No, it's not, Shane! No, it's not!
And I'm pretty sure it's canon.
Nope.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I said it, it's canon.
Refused.
It's too bad.
Too bad.
Too bad. Too bad.
Means to bet he owes someone money.
I bet my dice.
You lose your dice, Shane. You lose all of them.
There were 2 natural ones.
Did I touch them or didn't I?
It
I
means
think you
he
did.
was.
Until I watch the video later, I'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
It means he was bluffing. So you were playing cards and he cheated. Liar!
Whoa. Alright, so you guys want to make your way down to the Rada route.
Yep.
You make your way through the city, wishing people good morning, and getting various responses. You make your way down to the first tier. You can see like the night shift of guards started. Like most of them are kind of used to being up there in the day, so they're fine.
Morning.
Good morning. You can kind of make your way down, eventually making your way to the lower tier. As you do, because of the sheer like level of like the canopy of the tree and also the platforms, as you guys like head deeper into like the slums, it gets darker and darker, almost like it is night. Like obviously you still have the light of day, but it definitely gets darker and darker as you get closer to the tree roots. You're gonna get it kind of sinks deeper into the ground a little bit. You can see a bunch of shady people kind of out and about, like in alleyways, having hushed conversations. As they see you come by, they kind of like stop and kind of stare at you. Stare back. The scary part of the city. We're talking about getting shanked. I mean,
Oh, she's gonna get us shanked. I'm readying my my initiative dice.
what's your guys' passive perception, by the way?
Oh, damn it.
12.
16.
Good.
What do I notice that she doesn't notice?
Nothing actually. I'm just keeping that on hand.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah. I rolled a die, so you never know what happened.
Good morning!
I have a pretty good idea, actually, what happened, because...
Keep those hands over there.
I can't quite make the sound that your hands make.
The trick is that they're dry.
Maybe it's because I have too soft hands. Like, my hands are too soft.
My hands are like sandpaper. Years of working.
Sorry. Yet again.
Or just like
Sidetrack!
losing
She's not
coherency.
drunk, I swear!
Hey, there's lots of squirrel moments happening.
I am drinking Snapple. There is no alcohol in this. It's just Snapple.
Oh, I thought somebody had commented about alcohol.
Oh, no. That was just
No.
me.
I was just referencing. So you say good morning to the sketchy people in the alley?
Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't she?
They kind of growl at you as you walk away. Why did you walk by?
Rude.
You also notice a few wolvings in the area too, which is something you don't normally see.
Does
Tend to be
find
kind of
that
like more
strange?
destitute or definitely super sketchy looking.
Does Pet find that strange?
Yes. You've never really, you've only seen a handful in your life. They're part of the cursed race.
Okay, Pip is gonna try not to stare, but she's gonna slightly stare. But not like, she's trying to not be obvious about staring.
Most of the ones that you, roll a percentile die for me.
She wants to be obvious, but not that obvious. But so,
Or
Yeah.
D100 if you will.
we don't have a deal.
We won't.
Well, I mean, the two of them together is technically D100.
97.
97. So the ones you tend to find yourself looking at tend to be like the more homeless ones that just like don't care and just trying to find a place comfortable, as opposed to the ones that are sketchy and could possibly like
Shank you.
Yeah. So you strategically look at them and stare. You guys make your way down through.
Leans around corners.
Eventually, you guys find your way to like a kind of like an outcropping of the tree. It's like in a root, and you can tell it's like it doesn't look very healthy. And as you look at it, there's a sign out front that says the rotted root.
We found it. Fantastic.
Guess what? We're not dead.
You're right.
Even better. Alright, let's go in.
Yeah.
So as you guys are making your way in towards the rotted root, as you're getting close to the entranceway, 4 people stand in front of the door and kind of stare at you, arms crossed. They say, well, what do we have here?
You have some people who are looking for a roaring good time.
Think you're in the right place, don't you? But you're not. You don't take kindly to you types around here.
And what type is that?
The uppity type, obviously.
Obviously.
The type, it's also marked by the guild.
Marked by the guild.
Guild.
What guild?
Wouldn't you like to know?
The Thieves Guild.
We're just gonna take you out anyway. And they start walking towards you. I need you all to roll initiative.
If it's Thieves Guild, I have a pin. I have a pin. I have pins on the Thief Guild!
Damn it, we should have thought about those disguises beforehand. This is what I get for traveling with children. Odd beans. Oh, that won't work.
Now let me switch to combat.
Woo!
Okay, that's a 6 for me. But for Daffodil, he is in there, and he is in there quick.
Roll a second.
He's
You said you
actually in
rolled
there
a 6?
before me.
I rolled, yeah, 6 for me.
6. What did Daff roll?
22!
Damn. Pip?
18.
He is ready!
He is ready. He is Daffodil.
You definitely
Oh.
touched my dice.
Sorry, the best. Still, the best thing was the
Only
Fae
the
thing.
recording will know.
Still, my favorite thing that
Possibly.
needs to be an ad is the Fae thing. Like, is it?
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's flea shampoo.
We got so many t-shirts I gotta have to have made.
I know.
Beard.
Might just do that one quickly. The beard.
Maybe
So,
she's born. Maybe.
The bandits are making their way towards you menacingly. They start drawing their weapons as they do. Daffodil, it goes first. What would he like to do?
If he holds an action to crossbow somebody and waits till one of us engages, does he get his sneak?
If you guys are in engagement with one of them, he can get a sneak, yes.
Okay, so he's gonna hold an action to crossbow whoever one of us attacks first.
Okay, sounds fair. Anything else for that?
Nope.
Okay, that's gonna bring us to, sorry, 1 second, I believe that's
We're
good.
still level 4, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you guys level 4. Pip, you're up.
Okay. Pip is gonna go up and attack one of these guys. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna run up and try to Stevie. Okay, go ahead and roll
Like
your
a
attack.
flash.
Mess with the babo, you get the stabbo.
The bad.
Baby.
19 to hit.
Small infant.
19.
Not an infant.
That hits.
Adolescent.
Roll your damage.
Infant.
Adolescent.
13.
Points.
13 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay, so you run up to one and you start slashing across him. You deal 13 points of damage.
And as that happens, Daffodil takes his shot.
Go ahead, Daff.
He shoots his shot.
Gross.
20.
That hits. Natural 20?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go
Would have been
ahead.
nice, but no. 13.
13, is he attacking the same one?
Yep.
Okay, so he does. So Pip runs up and she makes a slash across his chest. He kind of like doubles over in pain. And then Daff ends up shooting one that gets him right through the middle of the skull and he falls over dead. Alright. Pip, anything else? I know you guys aren't 5 yet, so you don't get your 2 actions.
I know. I'm so sad. I can't wait till we're level 5. I need the 2 attacks.
We'll get there.
But when?
We want to keep Force and Field going for a little while. We don't want to rush you guys into levels.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Faye, you're up.
Until my 2 attacks.
Because we all saw how quick and easy that was for us to kill one of their number, how many are left?
3 of them that you can see.
Great.
Hey, they're easy.
Are you sure that this is the course of action you want to take?
Roll a persuasion check. That does take your action though if you want to try.
Yeah,
to
yep, I know.
Okay. What's your roll?
18!
18. You can see them kind of like. Ugh. Well. You only killed him. He's the weakest of us all. You can see one of them be like, I don't know, man. That seems kind of tough. It's like, shut up. If you fight, you're gonna like it. It's like, nah, man, I'm out. And he kind of like scoots off. So you lose one. One less guy.
So 2.
So you
Pip
get 2
can
left.
help next time if you want persuasion. She's gonna help. That too.
Well, I don't think advantage is gonna do any more for that.
Sure.
Anything else to do, Faye?
That was my action. For
Yeah,
bonus
bonus.
actions, what do I got?
You most likely have a spell or two that uses a bonus. But...
That's true, but it's stuff like,
Did you relook at your spell list when you went to level 4?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I added in the extra spells.
So, also, something to note. I don't know if you have access to message yet. That's a spell you should look at.
Message? I don't think I do.
It's a good RP spell, and it allows you to message anybody that you know anywhere in the world. And you get 20 words to speak to them.
That's cool. I don't think that's one I can do yet, though.
And they can send a 20-word response.
So just something to keep an eye out for. Like, I imagine you probably won't read every spell. So if I can think of one that might be useful to you guys, I'll try to inform you of ones that are popular.
That's why he tells her about the spells.
Meredith doesn't use spells.
Yeah.
You use Action Surge.
Because
Alright.
spells are too confusing.
Well, I can do spiritual weapon.
Good.
So
you cast your spiritual weapon.
against the leader who decided they were going to stay in the fight, because I am
Do it.
displeased with him and his behavior.
And what does your spiritual weapon look like?
Yeah. You can take the form of anything you want.
A stick. A pointy stick.
You got a pointy stick.
Yeah.
I dig it.
What if he has a pointed stick?
12, unfortunately.
To hit?
Yeah.
It does not hit.
Yeah.
Next time you need to do a fresh fruit. A loganberry.
You do it. Do a turnip.
No.
Oh.
You and your turnips.
I'm talking about a Monty Python sketch, you heathen!
I was talking about Blackadder, so.
I know.
Anything
I
else,
love
Brittany? Or Faye?
Still,
Nope, that's all she's got.
know what I'm referencing.
It's now the dude's turn. So
The dude.
One of
Oh my
the
gosh.
they each run up and attack each of one of you,
Great.
making attacks. So one's gonna attack Pip first.
Of course.
Good.
18 to hit.
Hold on,
Ooh,
let me check.
it hits.
Let me check. I think so.
It hits. Your armor class is 18.
Yes, it is. So yes, it hits.
Okay, so it's gonna deal.
Which dice was that? I'm gonna go touch it.
Huh?
Which
No.
dice was that? I'm gonna go touch it.
Good.
7 points of damage.
Yes. The other one's gonna attack Faye. That's going to be 15 to hit.
God damn it.
That hits.
I just
That's
have,
gonna be 6 points of damage.
do you know what's sad?
What?
Is that I have 1 hit point more than you do. Just 1 hit point more than her.
So with that, then you guys hear a screaming come from behind you, and one of them comes out of the shadows and goes and attacks.
Death? Screams from behind us. Ah!
And that's not gonna hit you. Roll 1. All right, brings us back up to Daffodil.
Alright. See, I want to get all those sneaky points. But he's also currently being attacked by someone.
Yep.
Snicky points.
Snick. Speaking of Snick.
You're right. You're right.
Does he have an advantage if one of his comrades is like this, like person in the middle?
Flanking?
Flanking!
Yes, but no one's currently flanking you.
Nah.
Flanking requires 2 people to be in melee. And it only applies to the 2 people who are in melee.
Is disengage a thing that he can get away without provoking a...
So what disengage does is, as a rogue, you can cast that as a bonus action.
Yeah.
You can take the disengage as a bonus, and that allows you to move away from him without provoking an opportunity.
Okay. Well,
Typically, it costs an action, but as a rogue, you can do that as a bonus.
right.
Because they're sneakers.
That and they can also dash as a bonus, and they can hide as a bonus.
Cool. Okay. So he's going to try and crossbow this guy that's attacking him currently.
Okay, so is he going to try to get away from him, or just try to get him with like point blank?
Can I switch the action and bonus action of?
You don't have to do them in order.
Okay. Cool. So
You can do anything in any order.
All right. Cool. So he's going to get away from that guy and like I don't know,
Using
hide
disengage.
behind some stuff. Yep.
Okay, so he uses disengage. Well, he can use a disengage, or he can hide. He can't do both
Okay. So well,
because it's one bonus action.
right, but wouldn't hiding do the same thing?
No, because it's 2 different types of action. You can rather use disengage to get away, or you can use a bonus action to try to sneak and hide.
Okay.
Or you'd have to use an action for one of those 2 things.
So,
Which then it would only leave you with nothing, actually. Because if you want to move.
Right. No. So he's just gonna hide, and that would give him his sneak attack for the action that he wants to do.
Well, he's standing right next to him.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm.
He'd have to have a logical place to hide.
Right.
You guys are kind of in the middle of the street.
Very well.
So, like, he can't just be like, haha, I'm hiding, and then the guy's like,
Like a toddler.
Why not?
I'm a toddler.
I can't see you can't see me.
Alright, so he's just gonna regular crossbow him, I guess.
That's fine.
20!
That hits. Roll some damage.
Whoops.
That didn't count, it didn't land.
Good, it didn't count.
That's what I'm saying.
7.
You guys
7
disagree?
points
Shut up.
of damage.
Do you disagree? That's too bad.
Cock die is a thing. If you have a die that's not like
No,
ended
it did-
flat or if it lands weird, you can call
I'm
it.
saying, like, she was trying to aim it for in here, and it ended up out there.
Oh, alright, I'll let it. Alright, anything else for that?
Nope.
So he kind of like launches a crossbow and says, say hello to my little friend, and he freaking just. Wait, no,
Seriously.
sorry. No, he doesn't really say that, but
Good.
that'd be funny. Pip's turn.
Pip!
Pip, pip, cheery.
Pip, pip, cheerio, not cheery.
I'm going home.
You love us and you know it.
So... Pip's gonna attack, but she's also gonna use Distracting Strike, which is a special. So when I hit with a weapon attack, I can expend 1 Severity die to add the total of the damage roll to the next attack roll against the target. By an attacker other than myself has advantage if the attack is made before the start of my next turn.
Oh, I didn't even see that was there.
What?
Oh, my life is so much better.
What?
I have a dice roller on my encounter page.
Oh.
Like, I have these cool dice in D&D Beyond I can't use because I don't use characters, but they put one on the encounter page.
I'm gonna touch a tablet.
Let's do it. Watch.
Okay. Okay, so she's gonna attack. She's
I
gonna
got
I'm gonna touch it.
chain.
Don't do
Chain! She is gonna go over and attack!
Okay, right to attack. Blame Brittany is her. She's charged.
Hey, attack injury!
I love you.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Awesome.
Just hits.
Awesome. 2. 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Nice.
Yep, and the next person, if they have advantage.
Nice. Perfect. Alright, anything else to do, Pip?
How many specials can I use during a turn?
Any special actions?
Mm-hmm.
I think as long as you have the option, you can use multiple, but what are you thinking about doing?
I don't know, because I already used Distracting Strike.
Is that a special?
Yes.
You trying to like think about using an action surge or something, or?
Yes.
I would allow you to use an action surge on top of that.
No, I'll just wait for next time. Okay. Never mind.
Okay. Alright, Faye, you're up.
Okay.
Don't forget you have your spiritual weapon up.
That's right.
And your sniff. Possibility.
Okay, so this turn I am going to use the Staff of the Python, which hasn't seen action probably since like
It's been a while.
episode 3.
Yeah, something like
Season
that.
Episode 3!
Give me a break.
I love you.
Sneak.
You know I love you if I tease you. And I hardly ever tease you, so...
My gentle soul can't take it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure.
Sure, we'll believe that
I
bullshit.
got really low charisma, you guys. That's why no one ever believes me.
Alright, so take a staff.
Yep.
So you summon force, you snick, and he can go forth and make an attack if you want.
Yep. I want him to. 19.
That hits. Roll your damage from your stick.
And he also has, right? Melee? Or is that not a melee attack?
It's a melee attack.
Oh, it depends on which one she was attacking. Are you attacking the one that Pip attacked earlier, or are you attacking the one in front of you? If you attack the one that Pip attacked, you get an advantage.
Oh, cool. Absolutely.
Okay, so you attack that one. So roll another d20, see if you get a natural 20.
I don't.
Okay, so make your attack. Damage.
6.
Alright. 6 points of damage. He kind of like bites into his leg, like tearing a chunk out. He is hurting, but not dead.
Soon. Oh, I still get my spiritual weapon.
Yep, that's a bonus.
Yep.
Say it was your action to use the staff.
Right.
So. Wow! Nice!
So that's double?
Yeah, double your damage dice.
Nice. That's the good stuff.
Okay, so I'll ask you guys this. I don't know if we've talked about this before. There's
what is the hot?
We have a homebrew rule. I don't know if we implemented it or not.
We didn't.
That when you roll a crit, your base damage is maxed, and then you roll the dice again.
Okay, so we just put that on top of the other.
Whatever your max damage would be, and then you roll whatever dice you would normally roll.
Alright.
So, if you would now normally roll like a d6 plus 3,
then
it
we
would
get
be
that 6.
9 plus an extra d6.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
So that is 15.
15. Alright.
Thanks, Shane.
You're welcome. It sucks when you have a crit and then you roll like 2 1s and it's just like...
What she did.
But...
Wasted!
I get to do the same thing.
Yep.
So, that's just a thing about it.
Yep.
Awesome.
Balance.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, you go in and you whack him with your pointy stick, and it ends up kind of like he takes a lot of damage.
Got him right in the eye.
If it was a...
You point the eye out and it'll stuck on the end of your stick.
If it was a banana, you know, it
Never
might
look
be,
at s'mores the same way again.
if it was a banana, you know, it would have been more deadly.
Can you use it like gun?
No, you just run at your attacker with a banana.
Great. Alright. Anything else, Faye?
Nope, that's all I got.
Okay. These guys are like, oh shit! Okay, get out of here. And they're gonna like break and run.
A goddamn bug bite.
So, the one in front of Pip is not gonna break, is not gonna use this gauge. He's too scared. He's gonna start running away.
I'm gonna have it.
Opportunity, if you want it.
Yeah, of course.
Go ahead.
That little shit's running away.
Kill him. Ooh,
He's got
kill him.
He's got a pointy otter and a big old
I
snake in front of
definitely
him. He's
hit
scared.
him.
Huh?
Definitely hit.
Okay, roll your attack damage.
I'm like, once it hits that high, I'm not even gonna say what it is. 10 points of damage.
All right, yeah.
Only 10.
As he turns his back and starts to run, like you and the snake make like a group effort, and you like take him out. The one in front of Tay is a little more coherent, and he's gonna disengage and then start running. And the same thing with the one in front of Pim. Or sorry,
Daffodil.
They're gonna break and run. So they make it heading towards the alleyways, but you guys can just see them at the beginning, at the top of the round. So what would you guys like to do?
Do we want to just let them go, or do we want to like?
Well, if they're all running off, we can let them. We didn't come out here just to start myrtling people.
It's true.
Myrtle.
Myrtling.
It's like the beach.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to tell. I can't remember his name, but the head of the guard about this, so then we're not gonna get in trouble just because there's dead people found.
Yeah,
That might not be a good. That might not be such a good thing to be seen as us entering the city and now they're dead people.
Very well.
So you gonna let him go?
Yeah.
Okay, so they finish running off. That ends the combat. So as they head off into the side streets, and you kind of lose sight of them.
Can I go through the body of one of them? See what's on them?
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
9-year-old is
God.
rifling over the corpse.
No, not investigation.
Yep.
Oh God. Please no. 15.
15. You look around. He's got 2 gold pieces. He's got kind of like a cudgel. He doesn't have much else on him, but although searching through his pockets, you do eventually find a sigil that's familiar to you. pin-like ones you have already.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Stay.
Wait, wasn't that supposed to get us in without... What?
No.
Where did we get the sigil from?
When you beat the heck out of those thieves guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back?
the Thieves Guild pin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thieves
So
Guild
yeah,
Yeah.
if we had used the damn disguise kit beforehand.
Stay.
Yes.
There's Thieves Guild pins on these guys.
That could have gone better.
Yes. I can tell now. What are we gonna do? We have to tell oh, what's his face? The guy that Darius is, you know, the head guy there. We'll have to tell him what happened.
Yes. What time is it now?
Like in real life or in game?
In game. I know what time it is in real life.
Okay, in game, it's probably like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
That seems like we're losing our window.
Yeah. Well, let's go in anyway, but maybe we should just move this guy off, some of these guys off the street.
Yes.
Oh.
Shove the dead body into an alleyway.
I mean, sure.
It's just the one dead body, I think, right?
Two.
Two? We killed two people?
You did.
Yep.
I missed
One in the
second
first
one
round.
being killed. I remembered that one. I missed the other one. I guess.
Yeah, Pip got one as he was trying to run away.
Ah.
Because he was so scared because of the giant snake. And then just pointing at her. And he was like, ah!
Oh, by the way, Snake, zoop back into the step.
Fair.
Because you got me on that last time. You're like, you've been toting around a giant snake.
Yeah, you know.
Make you look tough.
It would certainly do wonders for our intimidation. We also might get kidnapped and sold to a zoo.
Well, that would probably happen anyway to Pip.
This is true.
Especially if
She's
we
like
ever,
one of those, like some of my daycare kids that I threatened to sell to the circus.
especially if we ever happen to go into in between worlds into the Feywild or into the mortal realm.
Yep.
By accident.
Definitely going to a zoo. No, the
Why are all these-
Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Why are all these creatures hairless? It doesn't make any sense. Scandalous.
Oh my god, why are all those otters naked? They're my parents' age!
How they no shame? It's a nudist colony.
This colony. Anyway.
No clothes beyond this point.
So you guys, yeah. So what do you guys want to do now? You move the. I see you're able to easily enough move the bodies in the alleyway.
Is there anyone in
People
that
don't
alleyway?
people don't like are walking by, but they don't really take too much notice.
Yeah, because it's slums. These things do happen.
You
Okay.
gather as much.
Pip's gonna kind of clean off slightly and then suggest that we should just go into the rotten root. Rotted fruit.
And keep the pins like in an accessible pocket each,
Okay.
Yes.
in case someone else decides we shouldn't be there.
Okay. You guys are having this discussion.
Save a little time.
You get your pins ready. You have drag the bodies through an alley. And you guys make your way into the rotted root. And that, as you guys walk into the rotted root, the smell of smoke and like nasty smelling alcohol kind of hits your nose as you walk in, and a bunch of
Dirty,
kind of
sticky
tough looking figures kind of like eye you as you walk in, and then you can see that the head like bartenders in Otterkin with an eye patch.
I hear.
Don't him!
They all stare at you as you walk in, and that's where we're gonna leave for the evening.
Oh my gosh, is this where Pip's boyfriend's gonna show up?
Well, it wasn't before.
I refuse to allow you to adopt a boyfriend from this seedy bar. You're an infant under my care. I'm just gonna call Child Protective Services.
He's just.
It's like that Jimmy meme, like, oh mom, look, there's these people over here. No, don't look at them, Timmy. And then he's like, it's too late. I'm one of them.
Maybe he's a good kid. He just looks totally misunderstood and in the wrong place.
He's
Maybe
so
his-
misunderstood.
Maybe he's just with the band.
Oh my gosh. Maybe his dad works there.
I'm part of the band, don't you know? What?
And his dad works there. Yeah, no. You need a sexy accent.
Yeah, Shane, do a sexy accent.
I need a...
Okay. What?
I need a sexy accent for Pitt's boyfriend.
I'm with it.
Hi, everybody.
But he's emo.
Hi, everybody.
Love it. This is what we're doing it. It's canon now.
Freaking Pepe Le Pew!
It is law.
Well, if I do a French accent, Brittany's gonna hurt me. So.
It's true, but
have to be careful.
I still think you should try.
If not, then you can do the Raoul.
That's fair.
Raoul.
Oh, hello, baby.
See? Perfect.
It's perfect. Alright, so, with that,
Sexy!
thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate having you guys here. You're all awesome. I'll be uploading more videos to YouTube. We'll eventually have the recap up there. If you missed some episodes, you can kind of watch that as a quick recap. We also have the rest of our episodes. You can just watch fully if you want to join in the laughs. Anyway, we hope you guys stay safe out there in these crazy times. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell random people on the street really don't care. Bring them in. We'd love to have them here and join up the group. Have an awesome week, and we'll see you guys next Monday at 6:30 here at Acadia RPG.
Daffodil says spay and neuter your pets.
Please.
Next week on The Price is Right. Good night, guys.
Night!